Hello and welcome to Under 10 Minutes. Today I discuss perk selection. This video is not to make your decisions for you. I will not give you a full list. Instead, I will explain how I make my decisions. The perks you equip matter for the why, not the what. To explain this, I will give a few examples and discuss how I chose those. Before I begin, however, there is an important mechanic that needs discussing. Passive reload is the mechanic that will reload your weapons when they are not equipped. This applies to every hunter and is something to consider. For all hunters, surviving is my first goal. This means recharge rate, boosted thrusters, jump height, or efficiency. Lets me withstand pressure as well as having an easier time chasing. These will always show up. I prefer the jetpack survivability, but other options are available and may fit your playstyle better. My primary supports are Hank and Sunny. For both, my gameplay objective is keeping my allies alive. Both of them have a core saving ability within their beams. To make sure I meet this objective, I grab some reload speed. It ensures I have maximum uptime on both the shield projector and the jet booster. I also have to always be in position to save allies. This is why I get double for mobility. On Trapper, I generally collect a weapon switch speed. This is because most of the time it is possible to keep the best uptime on your disables while still being able to dish out significant damage if you can switch fast enough. For Maggie, I get into a rhythm of firing through my full clip, switching weapons, dropping a harpoon trap, and switching back. This is where the passive reload comes in. The same applies to Griffin. I fire, harpoon, fire, and get in this pattern where I never give the monster any space, either they're taking damage or being disabled. For mobility, I again get multiple jetpack abilities. This is because Maggie needs to be able to rotate around the dome in order to set her traps up across it. Griffin, on the other hand, has an interesting mechanic with his harpoon. The harpoon does not care what direction Griffin is moving, merely that he is touching the ground. This means using your jetpack actually stops the harpoon's slow effect and the tether effect from impacting the monster. The run speed allows you to chase the monster while on foot, maintaining harpoon connection and the effectiveness of it. If I went pure jet boost, then I would have to stop and run significantly slower while slowing the monster and alternate between harpooning and jetting. For assault, I prioritize mobility. Because they already do significant damage, I find it more important to be able to reliably continue that damage than to increase the value by a small percentage. Keeping up jet boost perks ensures I can stay right next to the monster. For my preferred medics, I generally run jetpack boosters as well as the weapon switch speed. This is because I like to keep the disables and debuffs on the monster as much as possible. For Val, keeping up trank and crit points is insanely powerful, both for CC and bonus damage. And with Kyra, adding in the burn damage from her napalm grenades is very powerful. For other medics, reload speed appears more useful, but I do not play them often enough to be certain. My current monster build involves two perks based on feeding and moving. Hunger allows me to eat faster while also giving climb speed. Speed Climber allows me to traverse faster across the cliffs, as well as giving me reduced traversal cooldown. This allows me to be very mobile while consuming on the run. My third perk is for fighting. 2 seconds of slow is huge and can set up combos. For example, on Kraken, landing a melee into a vortex, into banshees, into another melee, into lightning, can basically wipe a hunter out in 4 seconds flat. It's hard to dodge and harder with the slows. So that's how I build. I work to amplify my strengths and mitigate my weaknesses. It's very playstyle dependent. You may play differently and pick your perks to match that style. Thank you for joining me today, and feel free to suggest a topic for the next in the series.